This podcast is brought to you in part by Academy Travel at MickeyVacations.com. Academy Travel is the official travel sponsor of the Pirates and Princesses podcast, and we can't recommend them enough. Go to MickeyVacations.com/PNP. That's MickeyVacations.com/PNP to get started on your next Disney dream vacation today. And now on with the show. On this episode of Pirates and Princesses, we're going to talk about Black Panther, Be Our Guest, and the upcoming Flower and Garden Festival, so stick around.
Oh, hello there. So glad you could come along.
I put a spell on you.
Grid is live. Initiate light cycle battle.
Welcome, foolish mortals.
For a safe trip, remain seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the cabin. Be sure to watch your children, and no smoking, please.
Welcome to the Pirates and Princesses podcast.
We're a different kind of Disney podcast. We do it our way.
We talk about Disney parks, Disney movies, TV, video games.
Anything Disney.
I'm your host, Thom Pratt.
And I'm your other host, Kam Pratt.
Welcome back to Pirates and Princesses. As always, I'm your host, Thom Pratt, and I'm joined by my lovely but sick wife,
Kam Pratt.
Kam Pratt, who's been sick for like 2 weeks now.
Well, no, it went away, and it came back as something different.
It mutated.
Welcome to the lovely East Coast where the weather goes, 70 degrees, then 30 degrees, then 70 degrees, then 30 degrees.
This winter's been just absolutely insane. I mean, we've had, literally, like yesterday it was like 75, and then...
The day before it was like 70. It was like a record-breaking day, and then today it's like 30.
It's like 30. And then like it was like 15 over the weekend or something.
Yeah,
it was
so,
insane.
And now my sinuses are protesting, so...
Yeah, so everybody's sick. Everybody's got the flu.
Well, that was last week.
No, this
you
week
guys
it's
are all
strep.
better. That was strep. It was flu, then strep. And that was the second time you had the flu this year. And the fourth time our kids had strep since November. And now it's my sinuses, which is not either. So.
Whatever it is now. Oh,
Yeah.
boy. So we did take a quick break in between the illnesses, and we snuck out to see Black Panther.
We did.
Over the weekend.
When we actually felt decent for like the day.
Somewhat decent.
Day or two, I felt okay.
Yeah, so... thoughts on Black Panther? Made a lot of money.
It did. How much money did it make, do you know?
I think it was like $225 million. It was like the highest grossing single Marvel movie ever.
That's pretty good.
So that's pretty good.
I know a lot of people were waiting for it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't terrible. It was a good movie. I know you liked it more than I did.
Yeah.
And my daughter thinks it's the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
I thought it was slow sometimes.
I will give. Yeah, there were some very talky. I mean, it was very. I mean, they had to do a lot of setup and.
Yeah, origin stories always are slow.
Yeah, and it was. There were some parts of it that were very talky. And the only other like real complaint I had though was, the CG in places. It looked like they kind of cut some corners, and I'm kind of like,
They did actually.
Are they saving money for Infinity War or what's? Because that's only a couple months away too. So, but I thought it was cool that the film did as well as it did, and I think it's cool that they took the Black Panther, who was always like a B-list Marvel character. He was. Disney did this with Ant-Man too.
And Guardians of the Galaxy. They
They take these characters that are not, major players. They're not Spider-Man, not Captain America, and they make good movies out of them, and you wouldn't think that these characters would actually, really have, be able to shine on their own a lot of times, but...
I don't know why you wouldn't think these characters shine.
Ant-Man?
I know. That's
I mean, come on.
Ant-Man's
Ant-Man's like so lame. He's like such a lame character. But no, Black Panther was...
It was actually a really good movie, though.
Yeah, the movie was good. But
Yeah.
they kind of came out from a different angle than I think they would have with the comics.
Right. Like, comics are a different beast than, as we know, because we do both.
Yeah, but no, I think Black Panther was pretty solid.
It was pretty good. I'd watch it again.
Yeah.
Like I mean, there's other. I look at a movie. Will I watch this again? Okay. Like Justice League, I'll never watch that again. No, that was DC. But
Justice League was a couple of good moments, just in a mess of. Actually, the biggest problem I think I have with the DC movies over the Marvel movies, and I figured out finally what it is. One, except with the exception of Wonder Woman, because Wonder Woman
was amazing.
Wonder Woman actually could have been a Marvel movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think the DC movies, the visuals I find them really distracting because they're very like Photoshoppy, After Effect. It just takes you out of the movie because you're trying to process like what is going
I
on.
think they're way darker.
Yeah, it's way darker.
More of a downer.
It is. They're very brooding movies. No,
Dimension, I'm Batman.
Yeah.
And I don't like light because I'm Batman. And everything's
I-
depressing because I'm Batman.
Best line in the movie though was, what's your superpower? I'm rich.
Yeah. It's like,
Because that's like the joke. But like, I mean, I think they're trying to go for the comic book look. I mean, I will say the DC movies do look very much like the DC comics, especially, in this one with, we're totally off the subject here, but like Batman, the Bat Cave and all that stuff look very much like the comic books. But they're just not as fun as the Marvel movies. And even Black Panther, they made it fun. I loved his sister.
Oh, yeah, his
Suri.
sister was great.
She like made the movie for me.
She
I
was.
thought
She was really good. I liked her quite a bit.
Yeah, she was very cool. And she was like a minor character in the comics. She was never really... And she's a newer character. I think I read like 10 years ago they introduced her.
Yeah.
But, they really made her shine in the movie. And that's, again, Marvel has that skill where they can take these characters that normally don't, they're not Spider-Man, not Superman, not household names, and they can still make them a household name.
Right.
And that definitely speaks to Marvel's skill set, I think.
Well, there's two parts of the movie that are the good parts of the movie. You watch the movie, I'm not going to spoil it. There's, one, like, beginning, middle, and then the end is all really awesome to watch.
Yeah.
So I don't want to spoil it for people. But it wasn't bad. I mean, you liked it a lot more than I did.
Yeah.
I thought it was really boring in places. But I understand that they're setting it up, which is why. But when they got to the places that it was the two parts I'm talking about, it's really awesome.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a bad movie, and I definitely buy it, and I definitely watch it again.
I think the sequels definitely will probably be, fleshing this stuff out.
Well,
more.
yeah, because, I mean, origin stories always are kind of...
Yeah.
I mean, they wasn't so much for the Spider-Man Homecoming. It wasn't so boring in places.
Well, that's because they assumed... I think with Spider-Man Homecoming, what I liked how they handled that was, you've already seen Spider-Man's origin twice.
Right.
You get it. He was bitten by a spider.
Let's not do it again.
Yeah. And then they mixed it up a little bit by making, Aunt May younger. And but I do think that they got Peter Parker right. They actually got him the best, I think, of any of the movies where, that Peter Parker... Marvel Studios Peter Parker is definitely the comic book Peter Parker I remember, whereas the other two were kind of like, whatever.
Yeah, there are no musical numbers.
No musical
snapping
numbers.
Your fingers. And...
It wasn't edgy Peter Parker like the Amazing Spider-Man films. I thought he was a little too cool to be Peter Parker. So,
now the best part about Black Panther is the memes that have come afterwards.
I haven't seen.
Oh my gosh, my favorite. There's a small Amazon box, and somebody dressed as Black Panther trying to sit in the Amazon box.
Oh geez.
It was great. And then there's one that's like a black cat and a yellow cat because the one suit's more black and one suit's more yellow.
The Killmonger.
Yeah. And they're fighting each other, and they have a picture of the two fighting above from Black Panther, and then they have the two cats below doing a cat fight.
Okay, that's pretty funny.
So I just thought it was funny because now the jokes are about cat fights where involve men instead of involving women. Like cat fight. I think it's funny. I still think the one in the box is the best one ever. Because I was like, that's beautiful. So that's great.
Nobody puts T'Challa in the box.
But it was funny. It was just, you have to see it. I'll show it to you later. If you haven't seen it on the internet, go look on the internet if you're listening and find it. It's funny as heck.
Okay.
But I'm easily entertained.
I'm
easily entertained.
I haven't seen it, so... Okay, so that's Black Panther. A lot of people saw it and made a ton of money.
It was good. I mean, if you're wondering if you should go see it. It's actually really good.
Yeah.
It's well done.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I liked it not as much as he did.
There will be a lot of sequels, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't my favorite Marvel movie, but Tom really likes it.
Yeah, I liked it. I mean, I'm trying to figure out like where I'd place it. I mean, I still think I liked Ragnarok a lot better because it was a funnier movie.
But that's because of that. It was, you know what I mean.
But you already knew Thor. And
that's
it
what
was
I'm saying. Like some movies, you can be funnier. Like it makes sense for Guardians of the Galaxy, or you know what I mean. And other characters like this, it wouldn't make sense to go be slapstick funny. You know what I mean?
No, that would be.
So it would be really, if you saw the movie, that there's no way you could have made that funny without. I mean, they do find ways to make it funny.
Yeah, there are some. Like I said, his sister definitely is.
Oh, I love her. She's like the best part of the whole movie.
She's the best character, I think.
So, but yeah, go see it. It's actually really good. Recommend you watch it. That's a good one. Definitely see that. Okay, what else do you want to say?
We were going to talk about...
Be our guest.
Be our guest. Okay, so Be Our Guest, we talked about the rumor that it was going to become signature dining.
Possibly, maybe.
Possibly,
perhaps.
and now it may possibly, perhaps, have been confirmed because Disney yesterday on the Parks blog talked about their new dinner menu, which is a 3-course meal, and the food choices look very high end. I mean, we're talking filet mignon, escargot, very French, and
I wonder why.
Right. Well, I mean, Be Our Guest currently is like Americanized French, like French-ish. It's not really
French-ish.
It's like here's a French sandwich,
Ish.
But the new menu looks pretty high end. I would not be surprised if at least for dinner it goes signature, which would be 2 dining credits.
I wouldn't either. I saw the pictures too, and I mean they're making sure they get the char lines just right on the vegetables and things. Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to go signature too. I mean, I think it's going to be table for breakfast and lunch, and then signature for dinner.
I think the days of it being a quick service are over.
Yeah,
though.
I agree.
I mean, they've gone from serving it on paper plates to.
Well, the quick service thing I thought was kind of funny anyway because the prices were way higher. The prices were table service prices to begin with. So I didn't understand why they kept saying it was quick service.
I think, part of me, I'm like, were they doing it to try to
get people hooked?
Get people hooked
like
on, or just make sure everybody got to experience it first? Because it's been around, like 3 or 4 years now?
Well, I think it's more about getting people hooked. It's like, you want somebody to do something, you get them on Netflix for like, $4 a month, and then you keep raising the price, and you know what I mean?
Yeah. You
get those binge watches that they cost money, man. Same for this. It's like you go here, you can get it quick service. You can use your quick service table credits, or quick service credits, you know what I mean? To get a table service meal.
Yeah.
And then guess what? It's table service now.
Yeah. Well, it always was kind of split before because I think it was table service.
Yeah, no, not originally.
We always go.
They added. Was it because they had breakfast later, and then
breakfast I think is quick. I think breakfast and lunch
right,
were quick
maybe
service,
right, and then table was dinner.
But
dinner. Yeah, no, so I think it's going to end up probably being table for everything and then signature for dinner.
That's what I'm
signature
thinking.
For dinner and lunch if they offer those for lunch too.
Well, it said so far it's currently just dinner, and that also
then
would be
it'll probably go signature for dinner.
That'd be a very large lunch, I think, to have.
Yeah, well, we always eat our big meals at lunch because yeah. Because if you eat that as much food as they give you at one of these table service restaurants at dinner, it's like you just want to vomit. You don't go to bed.
Yeah,
know.
A lot of people they're kind of done riding, I think, by dinner, and then they eat their meal, and then they go wait for the fireworks or something. Like it's
you need to walk that off.
Yeah.
And then you get sick for other reasons. But go ahead.
Yeah,
because you ate too much and it's hot.
Right, but I mean, it looks good. It's going to begin. I think they're starting to take reservations today or tomorrow.
Well, then we should be able to find out if it's signature or not.
Right.
Today or tomorrow.
And then July 27th, I believe, is when they start the new dinner. So
I'm kind of curious. We should look that up then and see if that's showing up today or if they're doing.
Yeah, we'll have to check. Hey, tell you what, you keep talking.
Okay, he's gonna check because if it's gonna show up, if it's showing up now that you can get that booked and they don't tell you what, he's gonna look while we're doing that. Yeah, Be Our Guest is really good. I mean, I like the pork is really awesome though. But some of their sandwiches are just eh.
They're very bread heavy.
They're very.
It's like a giant roll with a little bit of meat in the middle.
Well, I don't like their bread in France.
Very hard.
Well, that's because I've been there. And like for breakfast, what they would do is we eat big things of bread and they just dip it in coffee. So I don't drink coffee, so I just get bread. So when I was in France, no, that was a while ago, but when I was in France, I stayed with a family and that's what we did.
Right.
So he's looking at it right now.
Okay, so I checked the app and currently they don't have dinner available at all for reservation.
Yeah, it's just breakfast and lunch.
Yeah, so we'll probably have to wait another day or two until we figure out whether or not it's signature.
But right now, you can get, for the dates you suggested, you can get breakfast and lunch, but still no dinner available.
Yeah, so I'm assuming if breakfast and lunch are available, it's going to be...
But you said it might come tomorrow, too.
Yeah.
So maybe it's tomorrow. We'll keep checking.
Yeah, we'll keep checking. It'll be on the KingdomInsider.com when we find out.
Yeah, so we'll let you know when we find out. But speaking of, food and good things.
Food and good things.
Let's talk about the Flower and Garden Festival.
Flower and Garden Festival. Yeah, we're actually going to be down there for the Kingdom Insider. Let's see,
we're getting there late on the 3rd.
Yeah, so the 4th through the 9th, we're going to be doing some live streaming on the Kingdom Insider. I would say Facebook page, but we're going to go to YouTube.
We're going to try to link it to both, though.
Yeah, we'll try to link it to both. But if you don't follow the Kingdom Insider or Pirates and Princesses on Facebook, please go out and do that now.
So you can keep track and tune in when we do different things. But we're going to talk about... Now, this starts on the 28th of February and goes through May 28th. It's 3 months. So Tom's going to talk now about some of the food that's coming to the Flower and Garden.
Yeah, we're not.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome. We're not going to go through and list
Just
everything.
pull out some yummy things that sound delicious.
Yeah, but
Or
they
name at least name the stations.
Okay, so the Pineapple Promenade, they're going to have a lot of pineapple stuff.
You don't say.
I don't say. So this looks really good. They're going to have a spicy hot dog with pineapple chutney and plantain chips. That sounds sort of like they used to do the pork sliders with the pineapple chutney, but it's going to be a hot dog. A hot dog.
Well, hot dog, well, I guess it's kind of related.
And pineapple soft serve, which of course is the Dole Whip.
Now, this is located, it says, in Showcase Plaza. And as far as we were understanding, Showcase Plaza is going to be at where the Wonders of Life was, wasn't it?
I believe that's going to be yeah.
Because they have several of these places listed as they're going to be in the Showcase Plaza. And I don't think it's the Odyssey because there's too many that I don't think it would fit. Because they only have one counter space in there.
I'm thinking it's probably going to be Wonders of Life. But we'll see. It might
we
be.
don't know for sure, but we're thinking Wonders of Life.
No, that was Food and Wine Festival. I was going to say Food and Wine Festival, they had the craft beer station at the Odyssey.
Yeah, but they've been, like, for Flower and Garden, they always do it over at the at Wonders of Life. I mean, for now, until they're clearly going to do something with Wonders of Life. Mm-hmm. It's on the pictures of Epcot when they get it,
right.
The blue sky pictures. So they're going to do something with it. We just don't know.
I'm pretty sure. Well,
I know you think it's going to be a space
I think it's
restaurant,
going to be a space
as
restaurant,
you said repeatedly.
Yeah, Dimension Space Restaurant.
No, what about the space restaurant?
It may not be, but
okay, go ahead.
So Bauer Market. In Germany.
I like how you said that. You're like Bauer.
Bauer
Market.
Tater pancakes with house-made applesauce, potato pancakes with caramelized ham, onions and herb sour cream, toasted pretzel bread topped with Black Forest ham,
good.
And
melted Gruyere.
Yeah, that looks really good actually.
Cheese strudel, berries, and they have a bunch of drinks. All these places have a bunch of drinks,
Lots of booze. It wouldn't be Epcot World Showcase without the booze. The Smokehouse Barbecue and Brews at the American Adventure. I like this one. Pulled pig slider with coleslaw. Beef brisket, burnt ends, and smoked pork belly slider with garlic sausage, chorizo, cheddar fondue, and house-made pickle. Beef brisket, burnt ends. So apparently they're going for the beef brisket, burnt ends.
I like the burnt ends. What are you doing with the rest of it?
I don't know. With pickled jalapenos, that sounds really good.
That sounds different.
And then the cake is warm chocolate cake with bourbon salted caramel sauce and spiced pecans.
So you had me a bourbon.
That would be this here, and those. Oh my God.
He's looking at pictures, but that doesn't tell them anything, does it? That would be this here on the screen that you can't see.
This thing you can't see here, which looks really amazing, is So.
These are interesting looking. Go up.
Oh, good. They're gonna have. Okay.
Go up. You missed one.
I did?
No, you didn't. Never mind. Don't listen to me.
Burnt brisket, burned
ends. A lot of burned ends.
Florida Fresh. This is where I got a really amazing key lime tart last year.
And this is between France and Morocco.
Yep, and I think they're going to have it again. Carne asada with black bean cake and cilantro lime sour cream. Spicy blackened shrimp and cheddar cheese grits with brown gravy and local sweet corn relish.
Why are you doing with like a southern accent? Brown gravy.
Because it's brown gravy. It sounds
like you're not from the South.
Key lime tart with toasted meringue. I had the key lime tart. Is that
That's the picture above.
Okay. That is the key lime tart. Okay, because I had a key lime tart there last year that was very, very good, and it was pretty similar to the one. See, I like my key lime.
That might be the black bean cake, actually.
Yeah. So it might be the same one they had last year. It was basically the same thing they have over at the Land at Sunshine Seasons.
Did he mention many times that he likes the key lime tarts?
I do.
At Sunshine Seasons.
So I'm definitely getting one of those.
We did a show on our favorite desserts, which he wants to do. The first thing he's going to mention is key lime tart.
Yeah, I love the key lime tart.
Go ahead.
Okay, the Honey Bistro. Hosted by National Honey Board Showcase.
Which makes sense because they're going to have the scavenger hunt with the bee.
Right. So this is everything has honey in it. So roasted cauliflower with buckwheat honey carrot puree, rice pilaf, asparagus, honey blistered grapes, and sunflower brittle.
Honey blistered. That sounds painful.
Honey tandoori chicken flatbread. That sounds good. With white cheddar cheese, charred vegetables, clover honey sour cream, and micro watercress. Micro watercress.
Well, I'm still trying to get past the blistered grapes.
Okay. Local wildflower honey mascarpone cheesecake with orange blossom honey ice cream garnished with fennel pollen meringue kisses. And I'm guessing that's what that photo that you can't see is, because that looks like they're showing all the desserts.
Just pollen and there's flowers on it. I'm assuming that's what it is.
Cider House in the United Kingdom. They have pear cider brine shredded corned beef.
That sounds good.
With braised cabbage, pears, and Branston dressing. That actually sounds very good.
That sounds like a you dish.
Yeah, house-made potato and cheddar cheese biscuit with smoked salmon tartare. Freshly baked lemon scone with creme fraiche.
creme fraiche.
Fresh and mixed berries. This is good too.
Okay. Yeah, you keep saying it looks good. Hey guys, it looks great.
Well,
You
this
can't
looks
see the
delicious,
picture.
and you can't see the
put.
photos.
Just so you know,
I am gonna put an article.
If you go to the
on-
Kingdom Insider, he's gonna put an article up with
I
the
am
pictures, so
going
you
to. I am
can
going to.
follow along on the Kingdom Insider, so you can see the pictures.
Lies La Fresca. It's Showcase Plaza. Again, we think it's in the Odyssey.
I'm pretty certain it's gonna
Not
be
the
there.
Odyssey. That
The Wonders of Life.
Yeah,
It's
that's
too,
where it
the
usually is.
Odyssey's too small to have all these kitchens in.
Okay,
it.
that sounds really good too. Jamaican braised beef with pigeon pea rice and micro cilantro.
I don't know what that micro everything is.
Everything's tiny. Tiny food. Tiny food is in this year. Sugarcane shrimp skewers with steamed rice and coconut lime sauce. Caribbean conch salad with mango, papaya, and pickled red onions. And tropical mousse cake. Layers of passion fruit cake, coconut mousse, and tropical fruit glaze with fresh pineapple. That looks amazing.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah,
These are more
that
you.
looks good.
I don't. I mean, this is more like your speed. I mean, the tropical cake looks good though.
This must be the
This is the berry basket.
Berry
which is
basket.
Also in the Showcase Plaza. There's a lot in the Showcase Plaza this year.
yeah, lamb chop with
Quinoa.
quinoa salad and blackberry gastrique. Field
Gastrique.
greens with fresh strawberries, crisp quinoa, strawberry vinaigrette, and spiced pecans. I wonder if that is like the salad from.
I don't know because at the Liberty Tree there's
Yeah.
strawberry. We have the strawberry vinaigrette.
It's
It's
strawberry
amazing.
vinaigrette. I think that's it. That might be it, or similar to it. So.
Similar to it. I'm
Yeah,
betting.
warm wild berry buckle with pepper berry gelato. That sounds pretty good.
That sounds interesting. This one is Northern Bloom. It's from Canada.
Seared scallops with French green beans, butter potatoes, brown butter vinaigrette, and applewood smoked bacon. That sounds like a yes.
That sounds pretty good.
Beef tenderloin tips, mushroom bordelaise sauce, whipped potatoes with garden vegetables, and griddled maple pound cake with warm peach compote and sweet corn gelato.
I say yes to all that.
Actually, Canada sounds really good.
Then a bunch of drinks like maple popcorn shake with whiskey. Oh hey, maple popcorn shake with whiskey.
Beer
Oh, my-
flight. That's what you do after you have too many.
Okay.
Take a beer flight. Okay.
Fleur-de-lis.
France. Tartare a la... You pronounce it.
Tarte de tomato provençal. Provincial tomato tart with sautéed onions, fresh thyme, and rosemary on pastry crust. I'm just going to read their... I could do it, but I'm not going to say it. Braised duck confit with Parisian yonki.
Oh, I like yonki.
Some people say
Macaroon
gnocchi.
chocolate.
Yeah, then they have a chocolate macaroon lollipop.
That-
It's actually a giant chocolate macaroon on a stick. And then if you've gotten desserts before, there are chocolate desserts at Disney. They have those little crispy pearls, the chocolate crispy pearls. It's those on the one side. It's really pretty.
I think...
Again,
the
go
kids
to
are
the
gonna
Kingdom
want-
Insider to see the
Yeah,
pictures.
the kids are going to want this.
Oh, I know our daughter will. Our daughter thinks macaroons are the bestest thing ever.
And I have a story about France. So we did go for the Festival of the Arts, and I have to go on record as saying the only disappointing thing I've ever gotten from
Yeah, it was kind of gross.
a booth at one of the festivals was France, and we got, what was it, the potted meat?
It was it wasn't called that, but that's basically what it was.
It was basically cat food. I'm sorry, it was really gross, but it came with little pickles that you enjoyed.
Well, because when I was in France, they ate those pickles and everything, and they're so good.
Yeah, but it was like a potted meat dish, and I really was not a fan.
And it was cold.
It was cold. It was cold meat, which I mean, I guess maybe it's a delicacy. Maybe my palate is not refined, but it tasted like leftover.
You're not refined. You
I'm
don't
not refined.
say.
I ain't no fancy pants. But I'm eating this. I'm thinking this tastes like 3-day-old leftover pot roast.
If
or
you stuck
something.
it in a blender
And stuck in a blender and
with a little bit of water or something.
scrounged around the fridge and found some pickles and threw on the plate. And said,
Oh, the
"Here you
pickles
go."
were good.
Pickles were pretty good.
Pickles were the best part.
Yeah.
So I dropped one. I was sad. 'cause I
Not
dropped one
a
of my pickles.
not a fan of whatever it was that I ate, and I guess I'm just I'm too.
No, I didn't feel very good afterwards either. Not like I
No.
got food poisoning. It
No.
just wasn't something. I think it was a texture
The
issue
texture.
too.
It was
a very.
It was cold. Like if it had even been warm,
It was a very unusual texture for
It was a
meat.
very
So
it was a very unpleasant.
you're trying to put the
experience.
meat flavor with this weird texture together in your mind. It just does not want to go
The
together.
French, maybe they love it. I did not love it. It
No,
was
thanks.
not my favorite thing.
Okay, so go on. Now you're slamming food at the.
Well, I'm just saying that was the only thing I
yours.
had that I was just like, oh my god, what is this?
Okay.
Mexico, pork taco, slow braised pork taco served with apple relish, goat cheese, and chile de arbol sauce.
That
Chilaquiles.
doesn't sound bad. Go
No.
ahead. I mean, minus the goat
Chilaquiles,
cheese.
is that right? Served with ranchero sauce,
don't know.
chorizo, Mexican cream, and more
cheese.
And more cheese. And then a bread
You're the one who
pudding.
took Spanish, and your
I know, right?
And your family's
I
Mexican.
know, but they don't speak Spanish.
That's funny.
They don't. They never spoke. Very seldom spoke Spanish. Okay. Bread pudding. Bread pudding. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bread pudding's always good.
Yeah, I like bread pudding.
Okay, then they have a bunch of drinks again. Everybody has drinks. Okay.
China at the Lotus House. Spicy meatballs with crispy tofu, fried chicken dumplings with peanut sauce.
Oh, that'd be good.
And vegetable spring rolls.
Oh, yes.
Spicy meatballs.
Please. And they have bubble teas and things. Yay.
Yeah. No, we had the one of the best things we had at the Festival of the Arts was actually the moon cake.
Yeah, it was really good.
It was really good. It was very expensive, but it was very good. Primavera Kitchen, Italy. Asparagus, frittata, mixed greens, and citrus dressing. Crispy shrimp, zucchini, and spicy sauces. We've got
Maine lobster ravioli.
Maine lobster ravioli. Actually, I might actually
But
go for
Tristan
that.
might like that too. With the sauce, pea sprouts.
Yeah.
Pear drop tomatoes and salmon roe. No, thank you. Lost me at the roe.
Yeah.
Panna cotta.
Cantaloupe panna cotta. That sounds pretty good.
Kyrie, our daughter, loves anything cantaloupe. And it's melon, she'll eat it. She loves it. Okay, Morocco, taste of Marrakesh.
Morocco. I think it's harissa. Chicken kebabs with dried fruit, couscous salad, fried cauliflower with capers, garlic, parsley, and chili ranch sauce, and walnut honey baklava, which I think is what that
Yeah.
is.
And there's lots of, again, you can't see it, but if you go to the Kingdom Insider, we'll put the pictures up. Okay. Hanami is just Japan.
Yeah, frushi. They had this before. Fresh pineapple, strawberry. It's like a fruit.
Yeah,
sushi.
this other sounds really good. I want to try it.
Pineapple, strawberry, melon rolled with coconut rice, sprinkled with toasted coconut and whipped cream with raspberry sauce on the side.
Yeah, yes, please. I have a feeling that our kids will want that for
Yeah.
sure.
Ginger beef yaki udon, thin sliced beef, onions, noodles tossed on the grill with soy and ginger. That might be good.
That
too.
would be good.
And then teriyaki salmon with furikake seasoned brown rice. So the frushi, I think they had that last year. And everybody seemed to.
It sounds. I think we should try that because I think the kids would love it.
Yeah. So
then lots of drinks.
Lots
at
of
Joffrey's.
booze.
Joffrey's having some special drinks too. Frozen orange pineapple topped with vodka. Garden of guava. So we're gonna put this all up on the Insider.
American Adventure strawberry pina colada, frozen pina colada with strawberry and rum. That sounds like the pina colada.
Oh, pina coladas are
good.
good.
Those raspberry, I think.
Well, now that they have alcohol on the dining plan,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the pina coladas.
Okay, we're going to wrap up this episode of the podcast. As always, go to Pirates and Princesses on Facebook. Go to the Kingdom Insider on Facebook and thekingdominsider.com. Again, we'll be doing live streams from the park in about a week. So we'll talk to you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Pirates and Princesses is a production of Clownfish Studios. We are an unofficial Disney podcast, not endorsed or affiliated with the Walt Disney Company. You can visit us on the web at piratesandprincesses.net. That's piratesandprincesses.net. You can shoot us an email at piratespodcast@gmail.com. That's piratespodcast@gmail.com. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you for listening and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.